Welcome to this week's Week in Review. I'm going to attempt to single shot this. No edits, apart from graphics, because I don't want it to take too long. So, Week in Review, 11th of August to the 16th, or actually 17th of August, 2025. Starting off with our bright spots of the week. And on Monday, welcome to Tim. Good job for coming down, or thank you for coming down and smashing the workout. Always a pleasure to have you, mate. Well, also on Monday, good job to Brendo for slugging it out and getting it done in 49 minutes. Laura killed it, even though the workout was really brutal as well. So well done to Brendo and Laura. Tuesday. You notice I always say Tuesday instead of Tuesday. It's not CH, it's TU. Big ups to Sammy, really doing well on the push jerk and amazing leg drive and arm speed. So good job to Sammy. I love to see that great technique. And then Fiona's overhead shapes were looking really, really good as well. Push jerks were looking smooth as butter, quote unquote. Wednesday, shout out Dave, the Lionheart. Did the whole workout, consistent with good form. And then also Jackie PR'd deadlift 125 kilos for a double in that running deadlift workout. Also on Wednesday, quote unquote, Boob beat me again at 740 something RX'd. And he's a dick. Nah, I love you, Boob. You know that. So one shout out on Thursday. Shout out to Tegan, smashed it. 9 rounds in the first part of the workout and 16 in the second. That is just flying. Well done to Tegan. Not only is there a bright spot in here, but Tommy also mentioned that to me personally as well because he was so impressed. So well done to Tegan. Friday, let's give a shout out to Glenn and Birdie, 6 a.m. A-team, absolutely demolishing the workout, beating Ray and myself in the workout, but only a little bit. But not only that, because they control and do it at the same time. So it's always fun to throw that one off. And then also on Friday, big shout out to Tamara, throwing up a huge 85 kilo clean and jerk. And also Abby threw up a 61 kilo clean and jerk, going a double PR, going PR jerk and PR clean and jerk at the same time. That's how we roll in Ollie class. Saturday position, Emma hit up an amazing kip extensions. If you haven't seen what they are very difficult. I'm more than happy to show you next time you're in. And then Saturday, Rob was doing very well with the kettlebell holds, putting in big efforts there, scaling back when he needed to, but really working those positions. It's an amazing effort from Rob. And then another one on Saturday, I want to say appreciate and thank you to all the children that were there on Saturday for being so well behaved and polite and following instructions when asked. So good job to the kids. We got Jack, Audrey, Lockie, Cora, Luke, Eva, Julia, Xavier, and Xander, all kids on the day. So well done to you kids. Moving along to our community bright spots, we have a couple today. Shout out to Ray's birthday on Friday. If you didn't know it was Ray's birthday on Friday, feel free to send her a text, even belated. I'm sure she would love it. Serena wants to give a shout out to Abby for quote unquote working hard and pushing herself to improve her Ollie lifts. Definitely showed off. Her consistency and determination is really paying off. Yes, it is. Excited to see her demolish more PRs in the coming weeks. And then I also got sent another community bright spot on Instagram, which makes me think I should put up a community bright spot, like add one here on the Instagram story. But bright spot from Brett to me. Thank you, Brett. Appreciate that. I'd like to give a huge shout out to Dudley for absolutely owning the 20-minute EMOM at 7 a.m. on Wednesday, right after smashing the run deadlift workout RX. Not only did he nail it, he kept adding reps each minute to an already spicy EMOM, pushing Glenn and himself to lift our own game. That's leadership in action, you legend. And yes, you're still a prick, a bit of a prick for it. Thank you, Brett. I appreciate that. I think it's important to always acknowledge each other's efforts and work on that. Oh, I was trying to one-shot this, but now my daughter has a blood nose. What happened?
Fell off the swing. She got hit on the swing.
Ooh. Ouch. Hey, Lucky, can I film this video and then I'll come hang out with you? Guess not.
What?
So, things that have been happening recently, I have an entire list here. It's going to be pretty hectic. We have Tommy hit his Ollie comp on the weekend, and it did me very proud, and he should be very proud of himself. He represented us very well with his very tight onesie and absolutely smashed some weightlifting movements. I do have a little video that I'll whip together, just make it a short reel. But good job to Tommy. He put up some big numbers, and at a sort of last minute sign up comp, I think he did very, very well in that position. Well done to Tommy. Thank you to everyone for coming along. We went up and had a bit of support, and it was a great day. Again, good job to Tommy. We're very proud of you. Coming up this weekend, we have our weightlifting day. I just texted Andy who's going to come down. He's going to bring a bunch of lifters. So we have 10 o'clock till 12:30. We're going to throw down some weightlifts, and then we're going to go get lunch at Little Creatures afterwards. Very much look forward to that. I think I've put it in the Fitbox. If I haven't, I'll do that tomorrow. So make sure you come to that. It's no cost at all. We're just coming down, share some friends, make some friends, share some knowledge, and get after a bit of weightlifting. So if you are not ready for competition, but you like to have a play, this is the day for you. Should be fantastic this weekend coming up. Then next weekend, on the 31st, on Sunday at 9 a.m. Haven't picked a location yet, but I believe I know where it is. I've just got to confirm. Well, you know what? I'll do that tomorrow as well. We have our Never Miss a Monday finale and winner announcement, which is fantastic. So I'm really excited for that. All through winter, there has been one person who can't lose it, assuming they come every Monday from him. Outdoor workout, Never Miss a Monday. It'll be a workout in a weight vest, and we'll have a bit of fun with it. 9 a.m. on the Sunday. Make sure you're there. Again, I'll put it in the Fitbox so I know who's coming and know who to expect. And then if you are logged in and late, then I'll know to keep an eye out for you. Moving down chronologically, that same day, our coach Olivia will be moving to Greece, would you believe? Jet setting across the world, new soccer contract in Greece. So if you didn't know already, I wasn't keeping it a secret, but Olivia is in her last couple of weeks of us with CrossFit Barwon. You can leave the gym, but you were never not part of it. So best wishes to Olivia moving forward, and best wishes to her soccer career, and we will follow that closely. She will ever be our support from us. So if you do see Olivia this week, make sure you say hi and congratulations to her for her new contract. Try and get her to pronounce the name of the club she's moving to. That's pretty funny to listen to. Weekend after that, lots coming up. 6th of September, training camp, 7:30 till midday. This will be our final training camp before our competition, or the perfect competition in October. So get into the last training camp. I don't think, unfortunately, I hope. I don't know if I'll have the worms by then, but I pray that I do, and we can go load them up. But if we don't, no stress, we can always make it work. So 6th of September, Saturday training camp. Of course, we'll pull out gymnastics for that day, put in our training camp days, and that'll be a lot of fun. The training camps have been super fun, big day. And if you, again, kind of similar to our weightlifting day, if you were thinking about throwing down a bit of CrossFit competition, but you didn't want to go too extreme with it, this is a great place to start. I think a lot of people take these things too seriously, and it's just a bit of fun and some good opportunity to work out with friends. Team workouts should be a ton of fun. The following weekend after that, we have the Vic Nationals Masters Juniors Seniors competition, again in weightlifting, 13th of September. This will be the one we take seriously, if you will. But again, are we going to the World Championships? No, we're just there to play. I think it's a good opportunity for anyone who wants to have a go at a more serious weightlifting competition. I don't think, or when I was at the comp on the weekend, I mentioned to Serena, I believe, maybe it was tomorrow. Anyway, I mentioned to someone, I'm like, do you look at those people and say, oh, they're embarrassing, or they should be embarrassed, even if it's the first person lifting the lowest amount of weight? And nobody says, no, they all think they're putting up a great effort. So nobody's going to judge you for going up on stage and trying to do something, no matter the weight. And this is what I cannot stress. It does not matter what you lift. It only matters that you have a go. So if you wanted to have a go, you definitely could. That one does require, as far as I believe, an entry-level total. So unfortunately for that one, if you're not strong enough yet, you may have to be a spectator, but we'll definitely get a few lifters in there. The numbers aren't crazy, but they're not light either. So you will need to have an entry level. Have a look at the numbers. We'll see if we can put them up. At some point, we'll send out more details. A few birds out. That following Friday, so Friday the 19th, considering that Ollie comp is like the Vic National, or the Vic biggest competition in Victoria for the year, I thought that Friday, instead of our weightlifting competition, class, we could actually just go out for dinner as a team. So 19th, Friday night dinner, let's call it 6:30, 6:45. We'll find somewhere to go out and we'll have a food together as weightlifters and talk about how awesome we are and where we want to go and what our next apparel drop needs to be. Then a little bit further down the line, we have our 11th and 12th perfect competition if you want to get into some CrossFit competitions. Still a little while off. I believe they still do have some spaces available for that. So if you wanted to have a go with a competition, teams of 4, make sure you sign up for that one. I'm pretty sure I can put the QR code that side up here if you want to do that one. That should be a bit of fun. Obviously, I'm at home at the moment, so I don't have lost property or my IOUs with me. But if you want to have a look, there were a few things the other day. As it's warming up a little bit, people are leaving jumpers behind. Finally, we have the last 2 weeks of our winter programming, and then we're going to move into our spring programming. I'll do a separate video exactly on what the spring programming will be, but I'm excited for it. It'll be a bit more skilled gymnastics, mixing with some heavy lifting, bits and pieces like that. I also want to do a bit of jumping work as well. We did that a couple of years ago. It was a great time. So a bit more plyometrics, if you will, and things that are like that as well. So we can learn some confidence, get some jumping ability, learn some fun skills in gymnastics, and also lift some weights, do some conditioning. I'm actually really liking the programming sequence at the moment, the back-to-back conditioning days, skilled and unskilled, the lifting days being lifting days. I think that's really, really fun. And obviously throwing our hero workouts in. I don't know if I'll ever stop doing that, but we'll see how we go in spring. I look forward to our program. Obviously we have 2 weeks of this, then we have our test week. It'll be test week alpha. So the normal one we did a different one just last time, but this will be our normal test week. And then we're going to go from there. Excellent. Now I'm going to absolutely minimally edit this, post it up, and then go back to my family. Hope you have a fantastic weekend. I'll see you at the gym. Out. Probably packing up the camera is going to be the hardest part of this.